Hello, geometry students. Today we are focusing on section 10-2, which deals with measuring angles and their arcs. And in class, you did a sketch for a central angle, and then you were looking at the arc that it creates and its measurement in degrees. So I already drew a circle, and I have a central angle. I'm looking at this arc angle here. So I'm going to call this A, B, and C is going to be my center. So the measure of angle ACB, that's my central angle. Remember what you learned in class, that the arc angle and the central angle are equal. So the measure of arc AB is going to be equal to that degree measure. Let's take a look at the problems that we have below. BD and AC are diameters of circle O. Identify each arc as a major arc. That would be more than 180. You learned that in the reading. Degrees. Minor arc would be less than 180 degrees, or a semicircle, which would be equal to 180 degrees. Then find its measure. So we've got to identify the arc, and then we've got to find the degree measure. So in number 1, I'm asked to find BA. BA is located right here. That's the arc. I'm going to that central angle, which is 44 degrees. The central angle and the measure of the arc angle are equal. This is when it has an M in front, you're looking for the arc angle in degrees. And I'll talk about when you don't have an M in front in just a minute. So 44 degrees. This is less than 180, so I would write minor arc. Number 2, I'm finding arc BC. So BC is located right here. The central angle is right here. There's no number there. I have this as the diameter. So to find this, I need to subtract the 44. So 180 minus 44, I get 136. So it's 136 degrees. Make sure you put in the degrees symbol. And this also is less than 180 degrees, so I would write minor arc. Problem number 3. I've got 3 letters there. In the reading, you should have learned that when you have 3 letters, you probably have a major arc. You could also have a semicircle, people. So let's take a look here. I need to go the measure of arc BCD. Again, I have an M, so I'm looking for it in degrees. I'm starting at B. I'm going to run over C and then to D. So I need to go this way, people. I'm going from B, I need to go to C, and then I need to go to D. That's a half of a circle. A half of a circle is 180 degrees, and then that's a half a circle, so that is a semicircle. All right, let's move on to the next page. Now we're dealing with arc lengths. I'm talking about how long is that piece of string if I would string it just along here. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about degrees. I'm talking about like if I took a string, I'd go like, 15 centimeters or 12 inches, that type of thing. So I'm talking about a length. If you're going all the way around the circle, guys, that would be the circumference, right? Right? To find the circumference, pi d is your circumference. This time, I don't want the whole circle. I only want a fraction of the circle. I want this fraction of the degrees. So you're going to take your central angle over 360. That's going to give you your fraction of your circle, and then you're going to multiply it times pi d. So that's how you find the arc length. I do also have this formula up here. The difference between the formula in yellow and the formula that I wrote down is right here. Two r is the same thing as diameter. I'm used to using pi d when I'm finding circumference. All right, let's take a look at our next problem. It says, use the circle O to find the length of each arc. All right, so I'm looking for length here, guys. I am not looking for degrees. I'm looking for inches, centimeters, yards, round to the nearest hundredth. Look at problem number 1. They are asking me to find RT. There is no measure in front. This is asking you to find the length. The length, not degrees, but length. So I need to use my formula, central angle over 360 pi d. So now I'm going to go and find RT. There's RT. I'm going to go and find my central angle. Use my radii to get me to my central angle. It's 50 degrees. So my length equals 50 degrees over 360. Oops, that's times pi. Now I need my diameter. MT is 7 yards. MT is the diameter in that problem, so I'll multiply times 7. So right now you can punch that in your calculator. You could go 50 divided by 360 times pi times 7. That length, it says round to the hundredths, so it's 3 and 5/100ths. And don't forget your label. We were putting degrees when we had angles, and you need to do that. So this one is yards. I really should write RT. RT equals 3.05 yards. No M in front of there either. Let's take a look at our last problem. I'm going to erase my circle so I can use that again. This time I'm asked to find the measure, the length of MRS. So I'm going M over to R and then to S. So I need the central angle. That length is the central angle over 360. And then I need pi d. So I need to find this whole angle is what I need to find right here. So I've got my 180 and then my 50. So I've got my 180 and my 50 all over 360 pi. I need the diameter, and oh yeah, error here on that. That's a p. Sorry about that, guys. And p equals 10. So this is 10. I need my diameter, so I need to double that, and I'm going to use 20. So MRS equals I'm going to take my 230 over 360, multiply it by times, and multiply it by pi, and then multiply it by 20. So my measure of arc angle, length is, multiply those together, and it says to go to the hundredths. I get 40.14, and my label is centimeters. So I have no M here. This is not measured, this is length. When you have no M in front, it is length. When you have an M in front, you're talking about degrees. Make sure you keep those two straight. You need to know how to do that. So that's our final answer. All right. Thank you very much, people, and you have a great day.